Hello there, you're now with me, Shol Shamato, for TVS English News at 5. Let's begin with the headlines. Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng, has urged that schools constructed by the federal government in Sarawak must align with the state's standards. He specifically pointed to the design of SK Meludam as a model that the federal government should consider when equipping schools in the state with necessary facilities.
Jadi saya minta kerajaan pusat standardnya sekurang-kurang standard itu. Tempat gurunya, kuartersnya, tempat makannya, tempat anak kita belajar. 34 juta.
Speaking at the official opening of the new SK Meludam building in Betong on Monday, Abang Johari added that the facilities provided should benefit both students and teachers. He also forwarded the matter to the Minister of Education Fadlina Sidek during a briefing to the federal minister several days ago. Commenting further, Abang Johari added that the issue of dilapidated schools were among the reasons to request Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim to return the autonomy to Sarawak for development projects.
Sebabnya saya madah Perdana Menteri kalau boleh beri otonomi kepada Sarawak. Kita melaksanakan projek dan juga pembangunan pendidikan kita. Karena kita tahu Pak, sidon sekali, graduate sekali, sekali A, sekali B, ke C, ke D, mana bertukar-tukar. Kita yang bingung juga. Jadi kita akan dasar kita konsisten dan kita beri infrastruktur yang baik.
The SK Meludam building is scheduled to be utilized on the 2023-2024 school session. The school is equipped with 18 classrooms and 2 dormitory blocks, which can accommodate up to 200 students.
As Sarawak moves towards the green economy, mastery in command in science, technology, engineering and mathematics subjects are becoming increasingly important. To support this move, Premier Sarawak Dato' Patigi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said the Sarawak state government will fund the setup of STEM laboratories in all districts statewide.
Saya buat keputusan di sebuah daerah kita bangunkan makmal kita sendiri, kongsi oleh semua sekolah. Bersama ada tu, kita ada 30 daerah kita. Daerah 45 daerah. 45 misalnya saya SSA, bermana 45 makmal. Dan akan dibiayai oleh negeri Sarawak sendiri.
Additionally, Abang Johari said that the establishment of the laboratories was to expose and attract the interest of Bumiputra students in STEM fields to apply what they learn into practice.
Kalau nak STEM, minta maaf. Habisan lemah STEM ialah masyarakat Bumiputra. Dari statistik, Bumiputra sedapat belajar hal khusus STEM. Science, Mathematics, Engineering, English.
Previously, the Premier announced that the Sarawak government will establish a shared laboratory in Marudi for students studying STEM subjects.
The body of the second teenager who went missing while swimming with his friend in Sungai Meluan was found at around 8:30 p.m. on Sunday night. Fire and Rescue Department or Bomba, the body of Ferdinand Raymond Jiram, 16, from Rumah John Nanga at Nanga Meluan was recovered by villagers about 50 meters from where he was last seen.
4 firefighters from Bintangor Fire Station rushed to the scene at 10:05 p.m. upon receiving the distress call. The body was later handed over to the police for further action. Following the recovery of the body, Bomba ended the search and rescue operation at 11:58 p.m. Ferdinand and his friend Abdul Rezan Abdul Jalal, 15-year-old, were swimming in the river prior to the incident, which occurred at around 3 p.m. on Sunday. The first victim was found by rescuers at 5:47 p.m., about 20 meters from where he allegedly drowned. Earlier, Ferdinand's father, who witnessed the incident, said the two teenagers were bathing and swimming prior to the incident at around 3 p.m. It was reported that Abdul Rezan tried to cross the river but was swept away by the strong river current.
The Malaysian Palm Oil Association MPOA has called on the government to reduce the windfall profit levy rate for Sabah and Sarawak from 3% to 1.5% in the budget 2024. As the costs of production have gone up, the association believes this change will help palm oil businesses cope with these increased expenses.
The association requested for an increase in the threshold by 500 ringgit per tonne of crude palm oil, as they proposed in raising it to 3,500 ringgit per tonne for Peninsular Malaysia growers and 4,000 ringgit per tonne for Sabah and Sarawak growers. At the same time, tax incentives in support of large-scale initiatives recognize the critical role in safeguarding the sector's future productivity. Its Chief Executive Officer, Joseph Tek Chun Yi, said that while growers carry out replanting programs annually, larger replanting hectareage must be immediately pursued. He stated that by 2027, the aged palm area will grow to 770,000 hectares if the replanting rate continues at less at 2% of the total planted area a year.
Welcome back. Research company BMI has maintained its 2023 forecast for Malaysia's federal government budget deficit at 4.9% of gross domestic product or GDP from 5.6% in 2022. In a report published on Monday, the company said that the forecast is slightly above the government's projection, which forecasts a deficit of 5.0%.
The Fitch Solutions Unit said the government is on track to achieve its targets as its revenue and expenditure trajectory until the first half of the year have trended closely to the projections stipulated at the start of the year, adding that it expects Malaysia's federal government's budget's deficit to narrow to 4.3% of GDP in 2024. BMI predicts a slight slowdown in revenue growth to 15.3% of GDP in 2023, down from 16.5% in 2022 due to reduced income tax for specific income brackets. During the first half of the year, revenue collections amounted to 148.4 billion ringgit, marking a 16.8 YOY increase, primarily attributed to higher tax revenue. Furthermore, total tax revenue from direct and indirect taxes increased by 17.4% YOY in the first half of 2023 to 54.7 billion ringgit. BMI also anticipates government debt to reach 60.8% of GDP in 2023, with expectations of further increases in the coming years due to ongoing budget deficits. The government aims to reduce fiscal deficit levels over medium term, as outlined in the Medium-Term Fiscal Framework 2023 till 2025. The plan is to gradually reduce the fiscal deficit to 3.2% by the end of 2025, resulting in an average of 4.1% of GDP for the years 2023 to 2025.
Two terrorists carried out a bomb attack in front of the Interior Ministry buildings in Ankara. Turkish government stated that one of them died in the explosion and the other was neutralized by authorities. Recording of CCTV footage showed a person getting out of a vehicle and running towards the building, followed by clouds of smoke from an explosion.
Reuters was able to confirm the locations of the recording from the road layout, entrance structure of the government building, which matched the satellite and file imagery. The blast was the first in Ankara since 2016 and comes on the day that Parliament was set to open a new session. Ali Yerlikaya, the Interior Minister, said on social media platform X that two police officers were slightly injured in the incident at 9:30 a.m. Police also announced that they would carry out controlled explosions for suspicious package incidents in other parts of Ankara. During a spat of violence in 2015 and 2016, Kurdish militants, Islamic States and other groups either claim or were blamed for several attacks in major Turkish cities. In March 2016, 37 people were killed in Ankara when a bomb-laden car exploded at a crowded central transport hub.
Indonesian President Joko Widodo on Monday, October 2, launched a 7.3 billion high-speed railway connecting the country's capital with the city of Bandung, a China-backed project that has been marred with problems.
The 142-kilometer railway, one of the president's flagship infrastructure projects and parts of China's Belt and Road initiatives, has faced problems ranging from land procurement issues, pandemic-related delays, and ballooning costs.
Kereta cepat Jakarta-Bandung ini merupakan kereta cepat pertama di Indonesia dan juga pertama di Asia Tenggara. Dengan kecepatan 350 km per jam.
The maximum operating speed is 350 kilometers per hour, built by a consortium of Indonesian and Chinese companies. Luhut Panjaitan, a senior minister overseeing the project, said at the launch that free trial rides on the bullet train, which have been underway since the second week of September, will be extended and ticket price will be implemented in mid-October.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Charlotte Mato. Thank you for watching.